if we don't have leaders in play, okay, if we don't have, like you guys see me wear this fucking bison hat all the time. That hat to me represents what the fuck we got to have next. There's no more fucking donkeys. There's no more fucking elephants. Yeah. We need real Americans who represent our actual communities to run for office and get involved in this shit and help straighten these fuckers out. Because right now, what we have leading us, and this is a big misconception here in America, a lot of people believe that our politicians represent our best and brightest. They don't. Good. Our best and brightest are doing shit like building companies or doing other things, and they don't want to do that job because they realize how corrupt it is. And if we don't, I think we have one shot at this. I think our shot is in this November, and that's if they don't cheat. I think the gap has to be so fucking wide that they can't cover it. And I think the people that we vote for, whether you believe in Democratic policy or Republican policy or however you fall on the political spectrum, I personally of the belief that we need to vote every single politician out, every single one,
100%,
and replace with actual Americans who are not tied to corporate America, who are not tied to pharma companies, who are not tied to Raytheon, who are not tied to all these huge companies that buy their votes.
Who aren't 80 years old.
Yes, who aren't. We need young men and young women who are, and I'm not saying like 20, like fucking AOC is a disaster.
You guys shut the fuck up too.
Yeah, we
gotta have some experience.
Here's what we need. We need some people to step up who have real life experience, who understand what the fuck is what. And dude, we need to figure out a way to get people behind that mission to put these kind of people into office. Because dude, our system is not broken. Our system is hijacked.
Right. Yeah,
that's what's happening.
Word is hijacked. That's
yes. And like, dude, if you look back on movies, like one of my favorite movies is Mel Gibson, The Patriot. Okay. Another one is Braveheart. It's shocking. I'm sure it's probably all of our
real surprise.
Yeah. What?
Real surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, this motherfucker hadn't seen fucking Braveheart until about a week ago.
He's 12.
You're welcome.
Dude, how do you not see Braveheart and make it to 27,
Dakota
26
was telling
years
about
old?
his favorite movie, Hunks with Trunks. Hell of a movie.
Hey,
It's not
was
bad. 1 or 2.
I thought it was bullshit. He was telling me it was Don't Bang My Grandma.
Gosh, I thought that was between us.
Dude, look though. We have to get people with the right intent into our system. We have to. And I could disagree with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like I could disagree with someone with these other views and have a conversation. It doesn't mean I hate them. Like the media, the media's got to be dissolved.
Have a conversation and I hate them too.
Well, like, I mean, again, but if you just apply one thing to all of this, accountability.
Yeah,
that's it.
Just start holding motherfuckers accountable
bro,
for what
Dakota,
they say.
You're on it, bro. Like
right?
This is a grassroots thing, okay? What we are seeing now, this started back, you guys remember when it started. You're old enough to remember. It started with removing the Pledge of Allegiance from the schools. It started with 17th place trophies for showing the fuck up.
It started when you stopped calling it history. You started calling it social studies.
That's right.
Like that. And I'll tell you what, too, speaking of our friend Joseph Stalin, I mean, fuck him too, but he did say it's not the person who votes that counts, it's the person who counts the votes.
That's it. And dude, and then another thing people have to come to terms with, this is a really hard thing for people to understand. What you've been taught in history is only half the fucking story.
That's fucking true too.
It's half the story. There's a whole nother half of the story that you're not even told about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The winners that write it.
Yeah. But bro, you're 100% spot on. This cannot be solved with a war. It cannot be, whatever they're about to do, ain't gonna fucking fix it.
Dude, accountability. It boils down to that.
It's accountability. It's like, it's looking in the fucking mirror and trying to figure out how you can affect it, right?
Yeah.
Because again, this government's only made up of people.
That's it.
Right? Like the world is only made up of people. The country's only made up of people, right? And there's only 2 types of people in the world, and that's good and fucking evil. And that is only dictated not by what you fucked up on or what you said, but by what your intent was. Right? Man. That's it. It's literally that fucking simple. And that's how I look at people, right? I mean, we talked about, back when I was in, and I talk about this story in the book about, I killed this guy with a rock, right? And we got into a fight. The guy tried to kill me. I ended up shooting him, long story short. But I'm on top of this guy, and I'll never forget, like, I hit him probably 3 or 4 times. And I remember, like, looking in his eyes and thinking that, like, just like, there's this look, like, whether it's somebody that I've seen die as a firefighter or whether it's somebody I've seen in combat, there's this look that, like, it's why in movies, like, before people die, there's like that dramatic effect look, because there's a look that a person has when they know that they're about to die.
I've seen it once.
Right. So there you go. So it's a real thing. And I remember seeing that guy, and I remember just thinking like, I don't even know this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't think he's wrong, and neither do I.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally here just because he's got people who are going to miss him.
Yeah.
We're literally here just because we were born in two different places and because people told us to be here.
Yeah.
Right. And then I fucking killed him, because if not, he was going to kill me. Right.
That's it.
And, but you come back and it's like, you know, that dude wasn't necessarily, he might not have been evil. He might have been a good motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
Like, and so it's like, we can't get into this narrative of judging people, or by letting the fucking media think for us, or by because where there's hate, if you ever catch yourself hating something, it was built on someone profiting.
Yeah. Man, that's fucking
deep.
If you catch yourself like hating something, dude, it was where somebody put an idea in your head. You didn't come up with that. We don't naturally come out hating things.
That's why when we go on the street, it ain't like what they say on the media.
100%. Why do you think? Why do you think?
Nobody's walking through the fucking streets of St. Louis, bro, and saying like, and I'm a white dude, and the streets of St. Louis City, I don't know if you know, it's mostly black people. And I'm walking down there, no one's saying, hey, fuck you, Whitey. Like, it ain't happening.
You know why you start seeing like why they always go back to racist? You want to know why that's the go-to? Why this whole idea? Because, well, it didn't stick. It didn't stick whites against blacks, right? Yeah. That didn't stick with normal everyday people, right? Because guess what? I didn't grow up in a society where there was any type of segregation, right? But look who the motherfuckers leading this country who are trying to build this narrative and thinking they're going to separate us. What happened in their society? That was a problem in their society.
Yeah.
And they're trying
it's old people.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's these old motherfuckers up in Congress who are trying to put this narrative out.
That's old.
That I judge him, or I think less of him because we're a different skin color.
Yeah.
I never had that.
It's the most basic, dude. I never grew up having it.
It's like no, and that's why it's not sticking, but they have to go with it because the word's already there. And they have to go with it. And that's why they're making these words like, oh, if you ask me where I was born, like you fucking
they want to be able to call you that every fucking chance they get, because it's for a long time.
Such an emotional word.
Yeah, dude, this is why white people won't stand up and say that's fucked up that they're saying no white people or fuck white people. Bro, there's all kinds of anti-white narrative on the internet that's allowed. And if you say the exact same thing about any other race as coming from a white person, huge double standard. And the reason there is that is because for the last 20 years, anything that you've said, they've called white people racist, and they're fucking scared to even say, no, I'm not racist. Well, you say, just because you said that, you're racist.
And they don't have to prove that you are. You just have to fucking prove you're not.
Yeah. Dude,
they ruin comedy. How do you ruin comedy?
Yeah. You're guilty until proven
comedians
innocent.
don't even want to make jokes anymore. Nothing's fun.
Bro,
you're
and the only ones that can get away with it are black ones.
Here's the fact. That first headline we covered, I think that was the first one about the fact is, the reason they want to make everything racist is because once we figure out that we are all colorblind, they are fucked.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because everybody's been like, but again, it's not going to, you know, we're going to be fine because guess what? These motherfuckers are going to die way before we do.
Hey guys, do me a favor. If you enjoyed that clip, if it made you laugh, if it made you think, if it made you have a new perspective, go over to iTunes. Check out the full-length podcast. You're going to like it.